Hi guys, welcome back to another makeup of the day. So we're still going to be using the That's Expensive Project Pan eyeshadow palette, which is the Bridgerton Diamond of the First Water. But first of all, I want to do my base makeup. I'm testing this on my newer phone, the one that I didn't pay much for, just because I need to see if I need to get a new contract, which I'm hoping that I don't, because it would cost me £50 a month. I'm paying £28 a month now, unlimited data, text and minutes, and I feel like that's enough. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with the iPhone 12 that I've got, other than the fact that it won't let me record, because it's got too many apps on it and not enough memory. That's my situation. This one has got quite a bit of memory on it, so without further ado, it's not going to be as good quality. It doesn't record in HD, but it will record in SD, so you should be able to see how I'm applying eyeshadow and things like that. Fingers crossed anyway. So without further ado, and my brief explanation of if the quality isn't as good, let's get into the video. Firstly, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Right, so there really isn't much left of this, but it's the primer that keeps on giving. It's like the e.l.f. foundation that keeps on giving. That's that. So now I feel like I need to do this. So the Maybelline Fit Me New Look Dewy and Smooth from my Project 10 uses, and also mix it with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator from my That's Expensive Project Pan. I don't necessarily need to do this because we are just focusing on the That's Expensive Project Pan items, but let's do it anyway. So let me get my sponge. Let's put some vitamin C facial mist on. There really isn't much of this left to go. So as I've said before, that's supposed to be porcelain, and I think that's about the right amount. Let's put this on first, because it's just too dark for my skin, guys. Shall I turn the light down a bit? And then we're going to go in with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator in shade 10. Now this is the right shade for me. When it goes on though, sometimes it looks too pale. I've even had somebody say, that's too pale for you. Well, no, not really. Not when we're putting all the other makeup on. So that's what that looks like. So you can see that matches me better than that one does. So my friend sent me photos of an influencer kind of getting the new Danessa Myricks Freedom palette. I mean, I've not even got the first one that they brought out yet. That's coming to me at Christmas. Christmas gift off my mum. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And at first look, I thought, no, that's not for me. But it is. The only shade that I really wouldn't use. I'm hoping I've still got the picture so I can show you. The only shade I really wouldn't use is, there's a dark blue in there, and you know how I feel about blues. There's a lighter blue that looks nice. It's more of a transformative colour. It's a duochrome, I think. And I was looking at what they go for at full price, and it's £145 in the UK. And I was saying to my friend Edam, I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to pay full price. And she was saying she doesn't have an option but to pay full price. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, where she would get hers from if she's going to get it is a small indie company. I can't remember if she said Australia or New Zealand, because she lives in New Zealand. And obviously they're not going to put it down on sale unless they can't sell it. Which, let's face it, it's Danessa Myricks, right? So I've got 2 of Danessa Myricks palettes at the moment. I've got Lightwork Volume 5, I think it is. And I've got Love is Love from last year. And I'm getting the Freedom palette. How many Danessa Myricks palettes do I need, honestly? But if it went down to what my mum paid, it was £60, this new Danessa, well, this previous Danessa Myricks Freedom palette. My mum paid 50, I paid £10. And you got a Yummy Skin Primer, just a sample of it. So I've got that to look forward to trying as well at Christmas, or whenever I decide to do the video, I'll probably try them together. But like I said, £145 for a palette. That's kind of more than what Pat McGrath Labs puts her palettes out for. But yeah, I mean, you do get a lot, don't you? You do get a lot of shades. You get 3 different compartments. I think is it 6 shades in each compartment, so that's 18 eyeshadows, and a lot of them are shifty. So I'm not saying it's not worth it, but in this new one there's mattes, which might be quite nice to have. So yeah, when I really looked at it, I thought I'd probably use all that apart from that dark blue, and I would use the dark blue just to do a video with it, and then I probably wouldn't use it as much going forward. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If I see it at the same price, like £60 next year, it's not going to go on sale anytime soon. I don't even think it's in the UK yet, so it won't go on sale anytime soon, but I don't need it to. I want to spend some time with the one that I get for Christmas before I get a new one. I haven't bought makeup now, well, eyeshadow in particular, for 5 months nearly. It'll be 5 months in a few days. And like the last thing I bought for my face was a cream blush by Dior. That's coming up 4 months. So I'm doing really well with that. The last thing I want to do is just buy something for the sake of buying it. And like I said, it's too expensive. It's too expensive to actually drop £145 when you're trying to be extra careful with finances. So that's my ramblings on that. Okay, let's go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G12. So unless I tell you otherwise, these are all Project Pan. And they're all that's expensive ones, apart from that foundation, which was Project 10 Uses. I think I've used that foundation now 5 times, which I'm not doing too bad since I can't stand it. Right, let's do the brows, just brushing them up. My mum's brows are so dark from when I tinted them, and she doesn't like them. She's like, I don't like them that dark. They won't be that dark forever, Mum. She's got dark brows anyway. I shouldn't have left the tint on for that long. Anyway, now we're going in with NYX The Brow Glue. I said, mine are pretty dark too, and she went, yeah, but you suit them. Your hair suits them because you've got that auburn shift to your hair. Like, it's kind of dark here, light up here, and then when I have it curly, it looks even darker because of all the product in it. She said, so it blends in nice. Poor mum. With her dark eyebrows. So, they're the brows. Let's get some powder on. So I was thinking about using this one, but it's incredibly cakey. I only really use that for like the lids once I put a primer down. So we'll use the Units translucent loose powder. This isn't a Project Pan item, it's a Shop My Stash item. So just putting that out there before, you know, it's always in the description anyway. I try and put things in inverted commas, what they are and, you know, where they're coming from kind of thing. Yeah, just the T-zones, because I use finishing powder on the rest of the face. Now I want to contour. I don't normally use the contour stick because it's part of Project 10 uses, but because we've used the Maybelline Dewy Fit Me, we may as well. Okay, so Sephora contour stick, total repurchase, and I will be repurchasing it. I don't know if to get it in the Black Friday sale. I mean, it's not that expensive anyway. This is one of those finds. I was watching Canadian Beauty's channel and she used it. And she doesn't have much deeper skin than me. I mean, I'm pretty pale, right? She's just a bit deeper. And it looked absolutely beautiful on her skin. I'm like, I need to get that contour. So that's that. Just going to blend it out a bit. What's this? Is it the Expert brush? Yeah, Expert face brush by Real Techniques. Seems a hot minute since I used my Real Technique brushes. I'm always using She Glam. And for eyes at the moment, I'm always using those Glaminatrix eyeshadow brushes, even though I've got a heap of brushes washed. Just because I'm testing them out. I want to do a review. Once I've been using them a month, I want to do a review on them. And that's not to make you go out and buy them, it's to gather my own thoughts. Because I know they're expensive. I'm very, very lucky to have them. £60 for 8 eyeshadow brushes is expensive. I mean, I wanted them when I first saw them, and then I just thought, no, I can't justify spending that amount of money. I nearly used my other palette then, my Project 10 Uses palette. No, we're going to go in with the Hourglass because that's part of the That's Expensive Project pan. So let me just get a bronzer brush. Okay, so we're just going to go in here. It's starting to flatten out, but not so you could see it. And I've not really used it a lot since we shot my stash and brought all those Project 10 uses in. I don't know if I'm going to see pan by the end of the year. So once I've used the bronzer in Project 10 uses, this is going to come back and I'm going to use this. I know I want to keep the bronzer in for the Project 10 uses. So we'll be doing that. We'll just focus on the Hourglass one. I just need to blend this out a bit, I think. So let's do that. So what I am doing is I am recording and pausing like I was on my other phone. I don't need to do that. Not for one video. But it just makes it easier to edit. Now we're going to go in with the That's Expensive blush, the single blush. So it's the Dior one. And then this one is Rosy Glow in the shade 001 Petal. It's ancient, this blusher. I mean, I probably shouldn't be putting it on my face, but that's what it looks like. Here, you can't see it, but all the print's worn off. And certain point, you can see that I've used it more here than the rest of it. So I'm hoping, like, if I just keep on dipping the brush in there, I'm hoping I'm going to hit pan there eventually. So this is going to stay in until it's gone, basically, or until I've hit pan. I do feel like you need a bit of a stiff brush. Like last time I was going in with a not so stiff brush, kind of a loose brush. It was the Real Techniques blusher brush. And that's really not going to help me hit pan. All it's going to do is prolong it. And look at that, how pretty is that colour? They work on your pH levels, so it's always going to look a little bit brighter than it would normally. I know a lot of people don't like the bright pink blush, but I do. Okay, so for now, I'm going to go in with the project pan. I think this is in That's Expensive project pan as well, because I don't have, the only projects I've got going is That's Expensive project pan, project 10 uses, and fun size eyeshadow palette, the Natasha Denona one. So it must be. And I know it was in project pan the year before because it's got a little star on. I need to get some of those little star stickers again for next year. I'm thinking about getting some weighing scales as well. I see project panners that do take project panning seriously. They weigh every month. So I just need to figure out if that's me. Like, I've not even been taking photographs this month. Weighing everything. I don't know. Then we'll go back into the Hourglass palette and I'll use the strobe powder here. Now this one just hasn't had much use because I don't really like it, but I actually don't mind it with the That's Expensive project pan cream to powder highlight in Lunch Money by Colourpop. Wow, that was a mouthful. So let's do this. My sister's supposed to be getting me some new eyeshadow brushes for Christmas, along with what she's already bought for me. She's bought me a few bits of makeup just from Shein, the brushes but they're my favourites. Those red mange ones, I don't know if she's ordered them. They could have taken themselves out of the basket. She didn't say that she ordered them. So I'm going to ask her. Tomorrow I'm going to go to a house. Last week I didn't know. There was family dramas last week, guys. So I didn't go. I'm like, right, I'm not coming. Plus, I didn't feel well. I feel like my sister was quite tired. And I just thought the best thing you can do, Andrea, is just not go. Okay, let's go in with the Huda Beauty Glowish. I mean, what I'll have to do when it comes to showing you the progress between August and September is just go to my August updates and screenshot. And then next month I'll have to take the pictures. This one's really starting to show progress at the moment. I'm not going to show you that. Otherwise, why would you need to tune into the That's Expensive project pan update when I do it? You know what I didn't use though? This new Look Glow highlighter stick. I'm not putting any on now because I've just put finishing powder on, but there's only that much left. And normally I put it on under foundation. So that's for tomorrow, I guess. Let's put some primer on now, some Eyeshadow Base. Okay, so let's go in with the powder. I've put the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eyeshadow Base on. But what I noticed when I was doing it, when I was really looking into the camera, you can't see the purple veins. And literally, like when I'm just relaxing my forehead here, you can't really see the lines. I mean, the lines are prominent, but not as prominent as on my other phones. So I don't know whether it's trying to put a filter on my face. You can still see that I've applied the makeup. There is no filter though. Like a beauty mode came up before, but I turned that off. What I want to do now is what I said that I was going to do the other day, but I forgot. So we've got the Dalba First Spray Serum Hydrated and Radiant Skin. I want to show you, like this is the skin now. I want to show you what it does. It just does do the hydration. That's way too much. You don't need a lot. Oh, Russian doll. I'll pick that up later. You really don't need a lot. I don't think it's coming through on camera, on this camera anyway. That's what I don't like about it. It is a bit, I think. Like here. Anyway, let's get into the eyeshadow. Okay, so the shades that I've not used in this palette so far, I think I need to bring in a neutral brown because obviously I do want to use this one. Is it Plum Regalia? Yeah, Plum Regalia. I do want to use it, but it's way too dark just to put in your crease. And I don't know if I use this one. I think that might be Plum Regalia actually. No, that's Love Match. And then this one here is Duchess Divinity, which I want to use. But before that, maybe I'll get my Natasha Denona Fun Size palettes out and we'll use them. Right, so I can show you both of them now. If you keep up with watching my videos every day, you'll know. Or if you're just a project planner and you want to see how far I've come with the progress, you'll know as well. So Natasha Denona Mini Retro looks like that. We're going to be using this shade here. And I think we're also going to use this shade here. I think I should be able to tell you the name of that. Can I? I think it's Attic. Right, so let's get the brushes. It'll be nice to actually just expand the pan on the Fun Size palette. Now I brought the mini star in just to use more shades when I do my eye looks with the Fun Size Natasha Denona Mini Retro. Right, let's get this on. I think this is called Vintage Taupe. Time for a drink. Right, so I think we're done with that one for now. So then we're going to go with Attic. I think that's how you pronounce it. Same brush. And I think it's just these two shades from this palette for now. Sugar! I've gone in with the dark brown from the Mini Star. Right, let's go in with the Revolution contour palette now. I'm just going in with that powder again to blend out what we've done so far. The way I see it is blend as you go, and then you don't have to fix as many mistakes. If you're making mistakes, that's... I mean, I believe no eyeshadow look is perfect. Now we're going in with this beautiful palette. I mean, how stunning is it? Plum Regalia. This one here. I used it yesterday, but not for where I'm going to place it now. I'm just going to place it in the outer corner. Okay, let's try this. So, do you remember how I said that I ordered one of my mum's Christmas presents and my niece's main Christmas present? Well, they've arrived. They said they wasn't coming till Friday. And they just turned up at my mum's. I got them delivered to my mum's house. Just purely because people steal from where I live. And not only that, the couriers just tend to leave them anywhere. So, Technique Glitter Primer. Going with a bit of that. I got such a shock yesterday. So I was going through kind of my photos on Google, and it came up with a whole bunch of photos from like years ago. And it came up with photos of me on holiday with my ex-husband, and it's like, and it had pictures of him in it. And I thought I'd deleted them. The only pictures I've got of me and my ex-husband together are the ones that are in a photo album, and they're like on top of the cupboard. You know, I don't look at them, you know. I mean, I don't think it was a failure or anything like that, but it's not nice, is it, when a marriage doesn't work out and you had your... Right, I'm going to go in with this brush and we're just going to use Plum Regalia again. And my mum's always saying, "Oh, he'll have his memories as well." I'm like, no, I don't think so. He's not the kind of guy to have flashbacks, I don't think. And that's fine. You know, I keep saying I'll do a story time, but it's a tough one, isn't it? Because if he came across a video, which possibly he could, he might think that I'm not respecting his privacy. But then I think to myself, well, you don't have to respect his privacy. You know, at the end of the day, you're not together anymore. So what do I actually owe him? I don't owe him anything. And I see it all the time on YouTube. People talk about their divorce stories. So why can't I, you know? But I don't know if I'll ever do it. I mean, it's 10 years on at this point, you know, just let sleeping dogs lie, right? Okay, so now we're going in with this one. So that one is, I keep forgetting the name, Duchess Divinity. This is such a pretty palette. I know it's only 6 eyeshadows, but I think it's worth it. The price point. I think I've only got one more Pat McGrath Lab palette to use, and then I think I'll be going and using Natasha Denona, or at least the Natasha Denona ones I've not used much of. I know I've used the Natasha Denona Glam, so that won't be in. And obviously these, because these are now part of the fun size, so I won't use these. But the other ones that I've not used, like the bronze palette, the Zendo, my mum got me Xenon. So I really want to use Xenon though for Christmas, like not for Christmas, but around winter time, because I get winter vibes from it. So there's certain palettes that I want to use at such a time. So maybe the Xenon one, because I've got so many palettes from Natasha Denona, maybe that can be towards the end. And then maybe after that, do a Huda. That's expensive project pan. I've already used some of my Huda palettes as well. But that's just an idea. What do you think of it? Do you think it's a good idea? So now I'm going in with Essence of False Lashes. I was actually going to try and do something on the lash line, but I tried that yesterday and you just couldn't see it. So what's the point in trying it again today? Wow, I really like that all over lid shade. It's not sparkly, but does it have to be? Oh, I've just had an idea. Just had an idea. How are you guys all doing anyway? Leave me a comment. And don't forget to say hello to Luna in the comments. I always leave a picture at the end of the video. I try and swap the pictures up. She's got to the point now where I'll go to my sister's and I'll try and get a more recent photo, and she really doesn't like it. I've never known a dog not to like having their photos taken. It's like, you're invading my privacy, woman. I'll get the camera out, I'll put it towards her, and she'll give me the side eye. She'll go. It's so funny. Right, so I was going to do something different. I was just going to try that, like kind of in the inner corner there, which I still am, but I want to go in with this one first. We used that yesterday, didn't we? What one's that? Iconic in Jean. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Right, so this like inner corner highlight that I'm going to do now has no shine to it. The blue sparkly topper has plenty of shine to it, so I'm hoping we can do something magical. Am I going to have to go in with this brush, do I think? Let's try it. So the blue is called Regency Blue. Get plenty on that on the brush. You can see it there, can't you? So let's see. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to put it all the way up here. Darn, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Right, so we've finished with the palette now. I've done 2 different looks. I've used each eyeshadows at least 1 time. I mean, most of them I've used twice, I think. Definitely this one twice, definitely this one twice, this one twice as well. I think the others are just once. So 3 eyeshadows twice, and then the other 3 eyeshadows are just 1 time. So, right, I'm going to go back in with the Revolution Contour Palette just to make sure we're all blended out evenly. I think I want to go in with a little bit extra of that shade there as well. So smooth, guys, so smooth. Going with a bit more for the left eye. So this can go back where it was originally. And hopefully, like when I come to talk about my palettes that I've used in September, hopefully I'll remember to add this one in. So I'm not going to put it away just yet. So the That's Expensive project pan is just a no pan left behind challenge, and I've used all the eyeshadows in there, like I said, at least 1 time, sometimes twice. Now then, for lipstick, I want to go in with a Kylie Cosmetics or Kylie Jenner, whatever it's called, matte lip in Blushing Bay. It's number 411. Got this from TK Maxx last year, I think. Yeah, it would have been last year. So that's the colour. I think it would look nice with the eye look. Yeah, it does as well. It's a nice rosy pink. So that's the eye look, that's the lips, and that's the rest of the makeup. So let me come closer. Oh, it's so darn pretty. Let me close the eyes. Can you see the sparkle up here? It's just really, really pretty. And I know I'm getting in your face a little bit, and you're probably like, whoa. But I have started doing that in the last few videos. I feel like it's the best way to show you the entire eye look and what the texture on my eyes looks like and things like that. I am a more mature woman. I am 47 years old. I'll be 48 in February. So not too far off 50, but I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, I just think that's stunning. It's a stunning, stunning palette. I would have liked to have gotten the second palette that they came out with. It had a lot of similar shades in from recollection. It had a lot of those like kind of red tones in it. I'm sure it had a really pretty chartreuse green in it. I'll need to look up the palette. I can't even remember what it was called. If I can find it, I'll leave it around here somewhere. And I'm going to try and look up the looks and at least put them in videos you will love in the description. They're kind of all relevant videos that I'd put in the description, so don't forget to check out my description because there may be a video that you might like. Oh, I need to tell you something. Speaking on videos, and I was just going about my day yesterday and I got a message from someone. It was on a Revolution Reloaded iconic palette. I've not had that in years. I've given it to my mum. The nice palettes and everything. I've got better palettes in my collection. So I gave that palette to my mum, and this person said to me, because I did 3 looks, 1 palette or something like that, and I must have shown another palette with it. And she said, "Well, what's the name of the other palette you didn't say?" And I'm thinking, what, you expect me to remember the name of a palette 5 years on by Revolution? Come on, they come out with regular updates and I just liked it. I mean, I don't know what to say to her. My mum's probably got the palette, so I probably could find out. I need to go through my mum's makeup collection soon as well, because I have got a carrier bag full of eyeshadow palettes for her, and get that sorted out, because I don't want her using really old palettes. Anyway, guys, again, thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And bye, guys.